But let me get to this. Complex, big media site. I'm sure you're familiar with Complex. All the listeners out there are. They put together a list, and we always like to talk about these, of the top 50 greatest wrestlers of all time. Top 50, right? Booker T is on the list of the top 50 greatest of all time.
As well as I should.
Yes, and where you are is number. I don't know. Did you see this list?
No.
Did I tell you where you are already? Mm-hmm. You are number 38 of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time.
38.
You are right. Number 39.
Wait a minute. Are they ranking this? Top 50 like in order, or just are the 50 guys on the list?
In order. There's an order. There's a countdown.
They're not like going from. I know going from 50 to 1, but are they saying number 1 was the greatest wrestler of all time? Is what they're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who is that? Who they got?
Number one is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay. Number 1 is Stone Cold is The Rock.
Oh, number 3.
John Cena.
4.
Hulk Hogan.
5.
Ric Flair.
6.
The Undertaker.
7.
Roman Reigns.
9. I mean
9. 8. Okay. 8 is Andre the Giant, and 9 is Macho Man Randy Savage.
10.
Shawn Michaels.
So you see, whoever put that damn list together probably ain't never had a black man over for dinner. Okay, that's the way I look at it. Okay, well, that's the way I look at it because look here, there's no way I'm number 38. They could go to hell with that list. They could take that list and put it where the sun don't shine, as far as I'm concerned.
Do you want to know who's in your wavelength according to them? I'll go from 41 on. Actually, 41's Trish Stratus. 40 is Harley Race.
And the thing is, when these guys put these lists together, they're fans. They're looking at it as fans. All right. Stone Cold Steve Austin, they saying was the best wrestler in the world in the history of wrestling.
Number 1. This is let me make a correction. I do stand corrected. This is the top 50 greatest WWE stars of all time.
Okay, so now I can agree with that. I can totally agree with that. But when someone start ranking wrestlers, 50 to 1, and it turn out, come on, man, I don't believe in those kind of lists.
I don't believe in the list either, because they're too difficult to. First of all, there's no metric, right? Like in other sport, there's metrics, but it's still debatable, right? I mean, people still talk about Jordan or LeBron or Kobe or whomever, right? Or the logo or whomever, right? So it's all subjective. I just will say 41 is Trish, 40 is Harley Race, 39 is Roddy Piper, and then 38 is Booker T.
Yeah,
that's where they have you. And then 37 is Jake the Snake. So
Where's Ron Simmons? Where's Ron Simmons?
I don't know if Ron is on the list. Let's see.
See, that's why I said. See, that's what I'm talking about. When lists like that,
Ron is not on the list.
Exactly. Am I the only brother on the list?
Well, I haven't gone through the whole thing, but
I'm just saying. Can you clarify? Can you?
I'm gonna look through as you talk. I'll look through.
And that's why I say I hate being compared. You know what I mean? Because I know how good I was. I know how good I was inside that square circle. And as far as ranking me, I always said I was top 5, in the world. And they say, what number are you? I don't know. I was just top 5. When I was active, at my prime, at my peak, I felt like I was just that good. Am I putting myself over? Am I patting myself on the back a little too much? Perhaps. But I really felt like I was, just as good as anybody that ever stepped inside the square circle. I really believe that. Now,
obviously, the question that you asked, I do have the answer. So, there's yourself, and of course, Rock, Dwayne Johnson, identifies as Black and Samoan, and you're the only 2 on the list.
Yeah, exactly.
People of color. Eddie Guerrero, if you Black and brown.
Where's Two Cold Scorpio? Two Cold Scorpio was one of the greatest wrestlers. He was so much better than me. Two Cold Scorpio was better than me in so many ways.
But well, I mean, look, maybe technical wrestler or however you want to look at it. I wouldn't agree with that, honestly, but that's your opinion. But I don't think that it's even doubtable that your career and accolades and surpassed that of Too Cold, and that's no disrespect to Too Cold. I'm just saying, like, if I'm looking at it objectively,
we're talking about best. When we talk about best wrestlers, we're not talking about entertainers. if we talk
Well,
about
that might be
wrestling,
there. I don't know. I don't know what they're.
if we talking about wrestling, I never felt like I was, that great of a wrestler. I thought I was pretty good, but I thought I was a much better entertainer than I was a wrestler. I felt like I was a much more of a showman than a wrestler, just because I never played in that realm before. I'd never been a wrestler before, other than training to actually do it. So for me, when I look at lists like that, for me, I just say, for instance, where's Steamboat at on that list?
Let me find Ricky. I know Ricky's on the list. Ricky made the list. I know.
And where's Savage at on that list?
Savage is number 9.
I
Ricky
feel,
Steamboat's number 33.
and the thing is, I look at a guy like Savage, and when we're talking about best wrestlers, that dude would be somewhere in the top 5 for me.
I think he'd be number 1.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. He would definitely be nowhere near 10. Macho Man Savage, as good of a wrestler this guy was. Are you kidding me? When people put lists together like that, like I said, they're doing it like as fans. All right, give me a bunch of writers to compilate who should be 1 through 50, opposed to some fan, talking about their childhood dreams.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. And to me, there's a great argument. Look, these things you can argue till the cows come home, right? But as I've talked to you before about, and we did this on someone else's show, I believe. But to me, they always talk about Mount Rushmore, who's the greatest or who's the top 5, dead or alive, or what have you. But I don't just say this. I would have this argument if I never knew you. Like Booker T is in a different class, all of his own. I said, you're not Mount Rushmore, you're the Lincoln Memorial, because no one's done everything that you've been able to do, from a singles competitor, opening match, last match, middle match, singles tag, babyface heel, commentator, promo, entertaining, technical ability, babyface heel, a general manager,
utility man. I was a utility guy. I can do it all. I got a tool for every situation, no matter what it is, man. No, so my thing is when I the thing is, I try not to get caught up in that kind of stuff, because I hear it a whole lot. People say who's on the Mount Rushmore and stuff like that. My name never really comes up in those conversations, just because I get it, I understand it. I was an anomaly in the business. I wasn't, most likely to succeed when I first got into the business. I wasn't the guy that came along and everybody pointed at him and said, man, we're going to put the rocket on him and send him straight to the moon. Man, I took the damn keys to the damn rocket and just jumped in it. You know what I mean? And just took off and went straight to the freaking moon. That's what happened with me. Nothing was given to me. I had to work my ass off for everything. And the thing is, am I bitter about that? Hell no, man. I really, appreciate the way I came up, because in WCW, my brother and I, we started at the bottom. We started all the way at the bottom of WCW, making less money than perhaps most of the guys that were signed to WCW under contract. And that's no joke. No, that's no joke. That's serious. That's serious talk. But at the end of the day, I closed WCW down. U.S. champ, heavyweight champ. Nobody can take that away from me. Nobody can ever take that away from me. And nobody else can say they did that but me. Nobody. You know what I mean? So as far as, where I rank in this business, these son of guns better start putting some respect on my name, because Booker T was just that damn good inside the square circle. I give myself a pat on the back.
Respect. All right. Give this man respect.